Hi guys, welcome to the Botaipa channel. My name is Zoe Lois Poku and this is the Face of Diaries. So we are here with Akosia Pinaman. Now for those of you who don't know, Akosia Pinaman was the best judge for Face Off last year. Hi Akosia.
Hi Zoe.
How has the tournament been so far?
It's been great.
And what were your expectations? Has the tournament been able to meet it?
Yes, it has met all my expectations. I was expecting more competition from the adjudicators, and it's been that.
Okay. And so if you were asked to rate the tournament out of 10, what would you give it?
An 8.
An 8. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So we are here with Nanaya and Abigail. Hi, Nanaya.
Hello.
Is this your first tournament?
Yes.
How has it been for you?
I've learned quite much and I think it will help me.
You think it'll help you? Okay, so what debate society are you from?
I'm from KDS.
KDS, so that's the
University.
KNST Debate Society. Okay, shout out to KNST guys. Here. Hi, Abigail.
Hello.
Is this your first tournament as well?
Yeah.
So far, how has it been for you? Your expectations? Has it met your expectations?
Actually, when I was coming, I didn't plan to win any tournament or any round. Though I came to because I'm a novice. You get it. So, but when I came, I was able to, at least win some.
Okay.
Yeah. So it has taught me a lot, and I think it will help me in the long run.
Wow, that's beautiful. What debate society are you from?
KDS.
Hey, okay. Shout out to the KDS guys in the house. Yes. So, did any of you go for socials?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently socials is the most talked about event after the debate rounds. How has it been for you both?
It was fun. It was really fun for me.
It was fun for you?
Yeah, it was fun, especially the meat. I chewed pan.
Okay. Thank you, guys. I hope today is exciting and lovely for both of you. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Martina.
Hi, Martina.
Hi.
How has the face-offs been for you?
It's been very interesting.
Has it met your expectations?
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay, so what were your expectations?
Well, for one, I wasn't expecting any difficulties with accommodation. But aside from that, I think it's generally been fun and it's cool.
Okay, so if you were to rate this tournament out of 10, what would you give it?
7.5.
7.5. And what are your predictions for the teams and finals?
I have no idea.
No idea.
No idea. Because, from the start of this tournament, it's been very unpredictable. I don't think we've had, a fixed top room. It keeps changing. So, I have no idea, honestly.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, socials is the second most talked about thing in debate tournaments. So, how was social? Did you go for social?
I was there for an hour.
Ooh, rumor has it that you were with boy. Please, we don't mind that you disclose the name to us.
I was not with a boy. I was with my phone. Yeah, and Kezia.
Is the boy called a phone? Like maybe his nickname is...
No, I mean literally my phone. I was watching a movie on my phone.
Oh.
It was interesting. I saw amazing things. Very interesting, amazing things that made my day beautiful. Very nice stuff. So I think everybody should go for socials next time. Yes, I realized how important it is to be sober and not drunk. At least not mad drunk. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I mean, at least not drunk on alcohol. The thing is to deceive everybody.
Hi, Kezia. Don't whip me. Hey.
Is it come beat you?
She can't beat you with her hands.
It's with her mouth.
Please, Vincent is waiting for you. Shots have been fired. Shots have been fired. Arise and make your money.
Yeah, we need to ask you how it feels like to see your brother-in-law. Wake up!
And have him on cap.
Yeah, and have him on cap and shit. You know what I'm trying to say?
I'm not married and I don't brother-in-law.
She was associated with
It was so fun. And guys, let me do this thing when I wake up.
Okay. When she wakes up.
Then she's fully awake.
and all her faculties are about it.
I'm really not fully awake.
Tell us. Give us the excuse.
Lisa, why are you speaking at this time of day?
Oh, come on. I'm tired. Sorry.
You do it. You tell who? Oh, okay. Let's talk.
Why are you all shooting shots?
Let's talk about Vincent. No, let's talk about the Atapa family.
I'm not an Atapa. How would I know them?
I mean, you know of them at least.
I know just two. One is on the cup. One happens to be my class.
So you're dating your classmate. How does it feel like to date your classmate? Like, is it exciting?
I'm not dating anyone.
Oh, so you guys are still in talking stages. But that's a long time to have talking stages, though.
Christ. Can I sleep now?
No.
Yes.
How was social?
Wait, is he videoing his thing?
Oh, come on.
You guys really?
How was social yesterday?
It was fun. Yeah, well, for most part of it.
Most part of it. What happened?
They tried to ask me outrageous questions when I was on the hot seat. Oh yeah, there was.
What she told us doesn't matter. What did you ask him?
Everybody keeps thinking I have a boyfriend.
But you don't?
Which boyfriend did you?
They think I have someone specific. They didn't tell me who that was specifically, but then I think they all had something in mind they wanted to hear from me. But then unfortunately, they were disappointed.
Unfortunately.
No, it was fortunate for me, but then not for them. So, but then it was fun. People were dancing, the drinks, the meat.
Hey, that was
Yes,
free meat.
No, you pay for it.
now you
Oh.
pay for
I mean, the
it,
meat
but
is
then
there. You just take money and take the meat.
But like it was nice meat.
yes, it was.
It was nice meat.
It was nice meat.
So how has the tournament been so far for you? And what role are you playing in this tournament?
I'm an adjudicator. And yeah, as expected, it wasn't boring. It's been actually very hectic, especially when you're cheering and all. People want to beat you because you've kept them in the last position, fourth, and all those things. But then, yeah, it's all part of the tournament. It's nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's a what? Apparently you didn't see this.
I'm none of those things.
Oh, you. Pain is pleasure for you.
I didn't see that. McBride.
I think McBride has all the juice of the phone.
Thank you.
But Kezia has all the information and the secrets and the keys.
Keys? Which information?
She has a lot.
That's so not true.
Kezia. God is watching.
Information will react room, ladies and. Hello.
Hi,
Please, what's your name?
McBride.
Hi, McBride. please, we want more intel on the sadist commentary made about Kezia.
She loves watching people suffer.
It gives her pleasure.
Yes.
What sort of pleasure?
All the ones you can think about.
Ooh. Did you have more intel for us about Martina?
Yes, she has a crush.
She has a crush. Ooh. Please, who is her crush?
It's from UCs, I don't know his name.
Oh.
Okay, it's Pinker.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, Miss Martina has a crush on Kojo Pinker.
Next joke, please. Next joke. No, it's not true.
But fun fact, her crushes don't last.
So she's a crush whore.
Yes.
Crash horse. That is true, but even with me being a crash horse, Pinker is not one of them.
That when someone finds out about a secret and don't want the person to know, so she's trying to save face.
Ooh.
Okay? McBride, behave.
McBride,
Hmm?
how much can we pay you to be on our team of information warrior? Say
Anything.
anything.
Who's information? Hey, McBride, you're selling me for that.
In fact, if you give me lunch, I think you've overpaid me.
Take black holiday. You know you're going to need the way. Take black holiday.
Just get me cowboy coffee. I'll tell you everything about Martina, I promise.
Hey! Oh, this is the point where I'm scared because I feel like she knows at least 90%. McBride, I beg you.
So bid higher. Bid higher, like they are giving me cowboy. Give me an if they give me cowboy coffee, bid higher, like you are just there telling
I'll
me.
fix your sports shoe for you.
That's not incentive enough. My mom sells shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll equally keep your secrets.
Wait, I have secrets.
You don't? Should we do a test run?
Let's respect ourselves.
Keep mine safe and I'll keep yours safe.
But then comparatively, I wouldn't suffer much. It's not like most of my secrets don't revolve around
Okay.
debate space.
Like the debate space. So my secrets revolve around the debate space. But I realized by saying this, they are no longer secrets. I feel like I should drop one of your own.
Cowboy coffee tomorrow, you and I.
The person enjoying it the most is Zoe.
Thank you, McBride. We are totally coming back for round 2.
Brain is not having two and that.
Shut up! It's fired! Somebody has 200. Zoe!
Get away from me.
Okay, Bencho.
Hi, Benchog.
No.
Actually, I'm worrying. It's a waste of your precious space. Don't try.
Yeah, what?
If you interview me, it's a waste of.
Oh, don't worry. You want to waste that space.
No, I think you guys
That's about the town.
have better.
Yeah, how's your partnership
how-
chemistry been?
Hey,
Chemistry.
where there's no chemistry.
Team chemistry.
Is it
How do you
biology?
guys debate?
How do you speak?
How do I speak? I open my mouth.
There's no one.
Does she look like she was sleeping?
I was sleeping. You guys were making noise.
Looks like she's been
So
awake
indirectly,
for
you
2
guys
hours.
woke me up, and I want to go back to sleep.
You were the first person to speak.
Hi, Benchog.
Hi, Zoe.
Would you want to use this platform to clear the air, considering the rumors that are spreading about you and Mr. Brain?
Please, I have no idea what rumors you're talking about.
Oh, I can tell you what the rumors are.
Oh, I could do that.
So we all believe you and Brain are beyond friends and even beyond people in a relationship. We think y'all have divine chemistry, divine biology. Y'all are like the perfect match, couple goals. Me, I'm looking up to y'all. So like,
Give me a minute. No, this news is so surprising and shocking because
because it looks like she's the one in that quote unquote more than relationship. Because the thing she's saying, I have no idea.
Okay, so is this you denying or rejecting?
Incriminating pictures from Genesis.
Anyway, it was just a picture with somebody. Doesn't mean anything.
Hey, she has those poses.
Which poses?
There are those poses.
Which one?
I have a screenshot of one of those.
So it doesn't say anything. I can take a picture sitting on Pinterest laps. It doesn't mean I'm dating him.
So how's the tournament been for you?
It's been okay. It's how tournaments are. Heartbreaking, thrilling, shocking, all those things.
Were you at socials yesterday?
Oh, please.
Are you an antisocial person?
Oh no, the few tournaments I go to, I actually go for socials. But unfortunately, yesterday, I hadn't eaten the whole day. I was weak and tired. So after I got food, I just came to sleep. Yes.
Yeah, with someone.
With somebody.
Ah,
Wait, oh, that's somebody. Who is somebody? Actually, I think forgot. There's no daddy. There was no daddy. There was no daddy.
Please tell us about this Zaddy.
Oh, Martina's already giving you all this, so it's like pretty much everything.
I mean, see, because this is going out, right? She needs to try to save face, So she's just going to deny. But 3 people out of 4 are saying it's true.
we actually endorsed the Zazie.
How did she know I went with someone? I was sleeping here, Mark Bride. Somebody was holding my hand, pulling me along.
We actually endorsed Zazie.
We all endorsed the
Please, I left here to buy food on my own. I was lucky enough to meet a good Samaritan who was not whatever that you guys are happening to, like, trying to create a picture about. He's in like, he's in, hey, it's not your business. He's in this school, so he knew like where I could get food because I was basically lost. So
the one that offered to bring your stuff so Boko are involved for you.
nobody ever offered that. I carry my shit myself. Hey.
That's daddy.
Martina, don't be silly.
She didn't offer to bring her.
It was a waste of time.
How can you offer to accompany us? And you're like, oh, so like, can I come with you? Can I take you girls there? Then we're like, okay. The mentor is like, oh, you have a car? Then it's like, no, I'm walking with you. Like, okay, sure.
How is that taking us there?
Oh, why do you look so shocked?
What do you have to say about the incident?
Oh, nothing. It was just someone who, I think he was talking to McBride, right? Vibing her. Then McBride pulled Martina. And he was like, oh, is this the wife you brought to me? And they were smiling, happily talking. Then, because we were moving together, I and Kezia just came to give them moral support. Then later on, he was like, oh, I saw you guys this morning. We're like, oh, yeah. Like, you probably a squad. Then we're like, oh, and something like that. I was like, oh, but you push mingle, like with the boys. We're like, oh, we do. Yeah, he was asking questions. And now you want to take our things. So I asked the obvious questions. Do you have a car? You tell me no. Well, we don't see why we should continue the conversation again. We are done.
Note to self. Make sure you have a car before you offer to take bench shock stuff. So, what are your predictions for finals, for the final teams?
I have no idea. Predictions as in who win.
Yes, no, predictions for the teams who will be in the final.
The teams with the top points. I thought the final draw is out. Yeah, so I think those teams are there, but I haven't checked it.
She means like the finals.
Yeah, so teams with the highest points break, right? So, yeah.
So, considering the fact that there may be a break to semis.
Oh, okay, then all the best to do is semis teams breaking, right?
Actually, she has a chance in semis. She's bidding higher.
Oh, actually, at this point, the debate has left my insight. So if I go for semis, only God can help me then.
Thank you, Benshog. This has been a lovely room, guys. Hopefully, we get to see them again in the evening.
Sure. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Kezia. Bye, McBride.
Thank you for ruining my sleep.
It's the truth. Hello, guys. Welcome. We are on the patio now.
Hold on.
I am with one of the most decorated African debaters. Hey.
You can't expect me to do something and do it in a less quality form. Come on. Asa. Yeah, that's fine.
Should I start?
What do you want me to say? I want cut. You won't cut. Kunti.
The world's going to see how.
You won't cut Kunti.
Ask him if he's dressed for finals. Why is he dressed up officially?
On the first day I was dressed officially. It has nothing to do with finals. No, I could have.
No, but comparatively,
Yesterday you were in less formal.
does he know something we don't know?
No, because I wasn't feeling well yesterday. I didn't have the luxury of ironing and all those stuff. Yeah, but that day, you see, I equally have the luxury of changing, because for all tournaments I attend, regardless of the day, I can dress anyhow I want to. My dressing has no indication except you feel threatened for the fact that I broke fourth and you are scared about maybe a straight break to finals. Well, that's your own opinion. But that shade is not meant for you, though. It's meant for Celord. That's
Celord can't even listen. How was that shade for Celord?
So, Mr. Andrews, how was the tournament been?
First of all, I don't prefer Mr. I just prefer Andrews.
Andrews, how was the tournament?
The tournament has been ups and downs. It's been a long time I got a fourth, but in this tournament they gave me one. That was sort of interesting. It served as a reflection point for me, because could a god be fourth? But yeah, it happened.
Can I ask
it happened.
Sure.
I heard the only reason Andrews was able to break fourth is because he has been catching little children like myself and lashing them. How true is that?
So that's the point. That's the whole point of you trying to upset the system. You know that when you try to do well, yes, there's natural selection, like survival of the fittest. That's the structure of the tournament. I really don't care who gets sacrificed, because the road to the top is always bloody, and blood must be shed. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you would have been a legend if that four didn't make me break, but unfortunately you failed. You see, yeah, that's the point.
Oh, my heart. Do we need to like hold a flashlight or something? Because I can barely see Zoe, but I'm not very sure about that.
You see, the same.
Memorable enough for you to talk about it.
The same way, Martina. The same way you never saw my responses coming in that room. You see,
I'll register as a judge for a tournament for Shege. I'm coming for you.
That tournament I'll be seeing.
So, Andrews, what are your predictions for final room?
I don't deal in predictions, because because debates are very random. For example, nobody, you see, every time we start tournaments, we have teams that you can tip up to be finals teams, etc. In Genesis, myself and Erasmus, looking at our past records, were one of the easiest teams anybody could tip to be in the final. But debates don't work that way, because things such as room dynamics, even the moods of the individuals in the room can easily change things. So I don't like predicting, but what I like saying is that I'll do my best to make sure that I put in the work that's needed. Yeah.
Were you at socials yesterday?
Hell no.
Are you an antisocial person?
Like, antisocial is even exactly like, I just hate the word social, even before debate.
Because the lights are off, you can't see.
That's right.
You see, that's so beautiful, because I already don't want you to see me. Like, I don't want to feel being there. Like, I just think socials, to be honest, I think socials is a consolation party for non-breakists. So, for example, yesterday, for those who knew, like, they won't break, like Celord and those other guys, they were eager to go for socials. Yeah. And even Super Nana, you see, Nana Griffiths had to go and come back and pick Celord because he needed the socials more than Nana Griffiths, who was breaking. You see, that's how you prioritize socials. I always break, so I don't need socials that much.
Always.
Yeah.
Wow. Always.
Yeah, always. Always. That's a key word. Always. I don't remember within the last 20 tournaments. I don't remember which one I've not broken. Always. Even the most prestigious Dogs Bridge Worlds, I managed not to just break, but break open. It was historic. Like, you see, so yeah, we are breakists, unlike those who need socials to dry their tears.
So, if you were to rate this tournament over 10, what would you give it?
I'll give it 4. Yeah, and I'm being honest, specifically because of time management. Because we've been up since morning. I'm still here. It's 12. And if I meet Franco, I'll tell you my mind. But aside that, all jokes aside, I think the tournament's around 7. Because it's good. The publicity was on point. Probably because of the timing. Because we have shifted academic calendars, we couldn't get a uniform vacation time for all of us to be here. For example, me, I had to sacrifice my lectures to be here, etc. But yeah, I think it was good. It's great.
Thank you.
Sure. All the best to those who didn't break, even though they don't need it.
So you don't break and you're
Unbroken, broke.
Asala wants to be on camera.
Please. So, Ceylon alone has like a fleet of beautiful girls, like actually bringing him to come for this interview. That shows you how much of a ladies' man he is.
To be frank, you see, aside the fact that he's dark, the height disparity is too much. Let's at least bridge one inequality.
See someone calling someone. Say Lord, Andrew wants to shade you. Just make sure you give him a lighter shade.
Let's go.
Hi guys, so I'm here with.
I am Betty.
Hi Betty and
Joel.
Hi Joel. So how has the tournament been for you so far?
Well, I've learned a lot, and I think personally, yes, from the judges' perspective, I've learned a lot, and from the opponents and the people that I had these banters with, I think I've observed a lot, and it's been very insightful and educative, and I think I've upgraded. Yeah.
Wow. So is this your first tournament?
Yeah, first face-offs. Yeah,
it is. Okay. Is this your first on-site tournament?
On-site, as an external on-site.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is the first external on-site I've had. And
so, what were your expectations for on-site tournaments? Has this tournament met your expectations?
Yeah, it has. It has, because the insights and the education, the training that I seek to gain, I think I have. So yeah, it has. It's been awesome.
Wow. Okay. So, have you been to socials yet? Have you been to any of the socials that happened this? No. Why?
Oh, I don't have any particular reason. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hi, Joel.
Hi.
How has this tournament been for you?
How has the tournament been for me? We choose some, we win some. I mean, that's debate, right? And stuff. It's fun. We met Penkra. We lashed him. It's my most proudest moments, my biggest achievements in debate. So 3 years of him not beating. I went to tell my mother that I beat Penkra. So it's been good.
Great. So if you were to rate this tournament out of 10, what would you give it?
6.
6. Why?
Oh, it's time. I came home thinking that I was late and I'm even on time and stuff. So time was the normal Ghanaian habits of being late and stuff. But adjudication was on point. The adjudicators, most of them are excellent, brilliant. You just have to agree to their justification because it's so on point. And CAP has some very interesting motions, dicey but interesting and stuff. I think it was generally good. It was fairly good. 6 is fair.
So if you were to give a prediction for the final teams, what would you give?
Final teams. Zoe and Prenka will not make it. It's going to be Joa and Griffith. Tipiti and Ralph, Franco, and Pelham Prosper.
All right, thank you. We'll have a recap after the finals and see how the predictions went.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the CAs of the tournament. These are the people that the tournament stand on, the foundation pillars of it. Hi, your name?
Abnicha. Hello.
Hi, Abena. And you?
Raphael Amankwa.
Hi, Raphael Amankwa. So, how has the tournament been? Preparations, expectations, and outcomes?
Okay, I think it's been a good experience, at least with the other people on CAP. Interesting discussions on the motion and interesting arguments from debate rounds. I think that was what I was expecting, so that's what I got, and I'm happy to be here.
Great. So so far the feedbacks from motions, do you think they have been positive, aside the arguments, the general feedback after rounds because of the motions? Are they things that excite you? Or
okay, I don't think any team has personally spoken to me about motions. So what I'll use is probably motion feedback from the tab, and it seems that most of the debates have like fair chances of Gav up, opening, closing. So I want to believe that's a good indication of the motion qualities we've been setting.
Okay. So majority of the interviews we've been having, people have been complaining about time management. What does CAP have to say about that?
Oh, well, I think CAP has minimal influence when it comes to time because it's mostly about availability of the venues. Motions are already ready. You just have to set rooms ready and we release them. So when it comes to time, I think it's more of a common convener, not really about the CAP.
So a lot of things people talk about during tournaments is about poor adjudication, but this tournament surprisingly has had a lot of praises when it comes to adjudication. Is there anything CAP put in place to ensure this, or this was just a by chance?
Well, it's not by chance. I've been in a cup, so it's legit.
Okay.
But yeah, one thing that you should also know is that this tournament is quite different from the Ghanaian tournament that we used to have, and the limits of judges that we had, in as much as they are new, we had CAP in every room observing, and the judges were quite good when it comes to the test. So largely, I don't think we could praise every other judge, but then every judge was quite average. It's quite fine with it.
Okay. All right. So what should we expect with regards to the last two motions that are going to come? Should they be scared? Should they be excited? Should they take their breath? What should they expect?
I think it will be interesting. It will just be discussions on ongoing events. That's the best I can say.
Okay. So if you were to rate this tournament out of 10, what would you give it?
Well, it depends on what I'm rating it by. Is it as per arguments, or as per emotions, or as per the fun?
The tournament in totality.
Well, I don't know. I'm hard to please, so I'll give it a 7.
Okay. What would you give it?
Because I'm better than him, an 8 would do.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Right.
We hope to see you at finals.
All right.
Hello guys, so we are outside of the hostel. We are around the sitting area. So we have a few active debaters around. Hi, I'm Zoe. What's your name?
Nana Frimpong.
Nana Frimpong.
I'm Nana Boache.
Nana Boache.
Nana Yao.
Nana Yao, okay. Abena. She's Nana Abena. Great. So this is the Nana squad we have here. Now, is this your first tournament?
No.
This is not your first tournament. It's not your first on-site tournament either.
Yeah.
Okay, great. What about you?
This is my first tournament.
This is my third on-site.
Third on-site.
First.
Okay. So we have 2 firsts. Right, great. So how has the tournament been for you so far? What were your expectations? Has it met your expectations? Do you think there's still a window of opportunity for the tournament to meet your expectations if it hasn't met it already?
Okay, so I'd say coming to this tournament, I had various expectations, and I would say quite a lot of them have been met, because then much more than winning, I've been able to learn something from the other debaters. I've also been able to at least think outside the box due to some kind of motions that have been given in this tournament, and also I would say the adjudicators in this tournament have been quite good, because then whatever rankings that they give, they're able to give a justifiable feedback, and also going to them for personal feedback. I've realized there are lots of stuff I need to work upon, so yeah.
Great. So what about you? This is your first tournament, so prior to this tournament, what were your expectations about how on-site tournaments would feel like, and has it met those expectations?
Okay, so personally, just joined last semester, and together we were the street debate champions in UCC. So coming here, I had quite some expectations, as in hoping to break into the semis or something. But I've come to realize one thing, that there are the senior boys, not necessarily because they just have the name, but they've learned to be there. And for you to get there, you need a lot of sacrifices, dedication and all that. And I've really learned a lot. The motions coming up, at least I've been able to get that speech consistency and all that. And I believe I'm learning a lot, at least for my about 2 months in the debate society. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'm hoping to do well in the novice competition.
Wow. Thank you. Hi. What is the most popular name you go by?
Supanana.
Hi, Supanana. So, how has the tournament been for you?
Heartbreaking.
If you were to rate the tournament out of 10, what would you give it?
6.
A 6. Why?
I feel like single panel judges and adjudicating is terrible, and the tournament was full of it. Literally, you only meet like 2 judges in a room once in a while. Most of the times it's just a solo judge, and they just miss your arguments and stuff, and it really affects you. And most importantly, socials, it wasn't that popping, so that itself is like a -3 in that area. Yeah.
Okay. But what are your general expectations for these possibly last two rounds that are going to happen?
It's going to be fire, right? The senior boys are all up there, so I'm going to spectate, and I want to see some mad bars. Like, people should cry in the rooms. Like, I want to have a fire round, so I'm going to see something great.
Great. Thank you. Hi, Abena. So, how has the debate space been for you since you joined?
Well, it has been interesting and heartbreaking, having expectations that maybe you performed well and then having the results come out and then you're placed last. But as a beginner, I guess it's to be expected, so we'll take it in stride and try to be better.
Wow, that's nice. Were you at socials yesterday?
Yes.
How was it?
It was fascinating. The guys were really enjoying themselves and we were observing them. I don't know how to dance. I'm afraid of dancing.
Okay. But what were your expectations? I mean, aside the debate tournament itself, I mean, the debate space, the people you get to interact with, have you been able to meet it? Have you made new friends? How has it been for you?
Well, I'm not a very social person, so yeah, my partner is actually from another school, so I guess I can say I've met someone, but not that many people.
Okay.
But maybe we'll get there before we leave.
Okay, right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. It's been awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, by popular request and by the many threats we have had, this is the man himself, Franco. Hi, Franco.
Hello, Zoe.
Well, unknown to you, there have been a lot of threats about people catching you. So, what do you have to say to that?
For what precisely?
There has been a Mr. Tekpete who says that when he catches you, he'll beat you up.
Okay, I actually met Tekpete, and it was somebody who was related to you, who actually made him misconstrue a certain statement, and then since it was related to you, I wasn't so surprised, so we settled it anyway. So he's coming back for you. Yeah.
Okay, so how has the tournament been so far, and what has been your role in this tournament?
Okay, so I'm convener of the tournament. So if you ask me, the tournament is tedious from a convener's perspective, very tedious. But I think that aside, it's been an awesome tournament. I think it's a great tournament because as a speaker, I've gotten to learn a lot of things from the tournament. I mean, I've gotten to hear novel cases I've never heard before. I've gotten to add up to my case file a lot. I think it's been competitive, most importantly. So yeah, it's been an awesome tournament from a speaker's perspective, but from a convener's perspective, oh gosh, it's seriously tiring.
So how has it felt like to be on top of the tab for most of the time?
Okay, so shout out to my partner, PADC champion Kojo. He's made things so easy. I just had to sit and watch him, and he tells me what to go and see. I go and see, and then we just like that. So it's a nice experience, honestly. It's a nice experience.
Great. So for people who have not been to face-offs yet or weren't at face-offs this time around, what do you have to say to them?
Okay, so face-offs it's exceptional because of the kind of vibe we have as a family. I think that I'm not saying most tournaments do have, but for a few tournaments I've been to, I've realized that there's that sort of like segregation, sort of like there's sort of we belong to this group, so we vibe along this line. We've tried as OCOM to ensure that everybody has the equal platform to like socialize with people regardless of your class whatsoever. I think that the different touch face-offs comes with is that compatibility class where everybody socializes with another. Nobody feels I'm a novice and I don't break and all that. We all go down, we all come up together, we all make the fun of ourselves and all. So I think, yeah, if you have not been to socials before, to face-offs before, you really have to be a face-off next year because it keeps on getting better every year. Yeah.
Great. The major complaint we've had from the lot of participants is about time management. So what do you have to say particularly?
Yeah, I think that, so this is the first open face-off, this is the fourth face-off edition, but this is the first time it's an open tournament. And there's a thing I know about organization, there's always a mistake, there's always a loophole which you have to make better. Yeah, I totally admit the time management has been bad. That's very true. I can't deny that anywhere. So I think that moving on, we would have to learn from how things have been and be able to strategize based on that and not make it a problem there, because obviously we know what causes that, and then it will be better next year hopefully. So no way do I deny it's been a problem. It is a problem and we work towards it subsequently.
But also one of the things people have applauded this tournament for having is great adjudication. So one of the major things that have been applauded by lots of tournament participants is about the great adjudication that this tournament has had. What do you primarily have to say to that? What measures do you think you put in place to ensure the great adjudication that you have?
Okay, great. So shout out to my CAP, JJ Atakpa, Rafael Amankwa, and Abraham HRO2. They are the brains behind that wonderful adjudication, because this is it. At a point, our adjudication pool wasn't so much like a vibe, because not that we didn't believe the people were not good, but we didn't really know most of the people inside there. There were new people we hadn't really met before. So they took steps without me getting involved in getting people like Erasmus Segafia, Dems on board, and then also ensure that we reached out to a couple of people to join, and they personally went through like a personal orientation with the adjudicators, and then ensured that in this case you don't only have good judges judging top rooms and all that, but the so-called good judges will also be judging good judges and average judges, and then people who know to be very good and all that worked out. And the constant feedback from CAP to judges and the constant check on judges, I think it's one thing that has been can always be commended. So it's all on CAP. Honestly, they've done a great job. The judging thing wasn't like for me to take praise of, but I think they totally worked that out and it's worked perfectly. Shout out to them.
Okay. The only thing we have had from one participant was about the complaints of having single judges, judging rooms, and the possibility of them missing cases. So what do you primarily have to say about that?
So initially, as I said, our judging pool was a bit not like heavy, and then there were a few judges. So I think that moving on, we have to look at regular waivers for judges. Okay, so encourage more, because people people were mostly concerned about speaking, so we lost sight of the fact that we also needed more judges. We lagged, but the quality was on top, because for somebody like Erasmus, who is back-to-back West African champion, PEDC champion, like, he's so cool being judging alone. But to give debaters that mindset of closure, like, okay, this call is really going to be a call, I think it would, whether the person is Brosu, whether the person is Erasmus, whether the person is BNI, it would always be efficient that he or she has like 2 people or 3 people as part of the panel. So yeah.
Okay, so last question. Face-offs is being seen as the Kumasi Open. Tell us how far this name is going to go and why it should be regarded as so.
Great. So the Kumasi Open, so like shout out to Rafael Amankwa. So Raf says I'll mention your names. So relax. So Raf says I should say it everywhere where I go, because he actually deserves the credit. He brought about the idea of Kumasi Open, supported by Zoe Lois Opoku yourself. Supported. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to really go far, because of course it's the first Kumasi Open, like the Kumasi Open and all. Yeah, like official Kumasi Open, organized by not this campus but UFS and then ADS together, right? So UFS and ADS are basically the organizers, and then ADS, it's going to be hosted at ADS every year alongside UFS organizing as well. So it's going to be in Kumasi, so definitely going to stay as the Kumasi Open. And the continuity, the assurance of the continuity is just in ensuring that nobody feels marginalized. Like, I mean, that's the whole point. That's why people will come to tournaments and not come again, because they feel they didn't break and nobody really gave them the attention. But over here, whether you broke or not, we still call you, say hi, speak to you, advise ourselves, and we move on. And then we hope to see you next year as well. Yeah.
Thank you, Franco.
Thank you, Zoe.